Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your April reading. A little late, my apologies. So let's just jump right in while I have the energy. The pandemic is really getting to me. I am depressed and upset and angry and frustrated, all in the same bucket. How are you guys feeling? Hopefully much better than me. So let's see what is the general energy we get this month. We get Earth Tome and Ten of Fire, and the first one is Chariot. So we kind of like have a plan. There is like a plan that we are possibly mulling it over, thinking about, want to go in this direction, but it sounds like, or it looks like rather, to say that things are coming in our way. As much as we are planning, it looks like, you know, that other people kind of like have their demands. Keep in mind that we are fixed sign. Fixed signs are always pillars for the others. And we almost like identify ourselves with helping others, and no good deed goes unpunished, you know that one. This one is the card of ultimate friendship, ultimate support, ultimately caring for somebody. But I'm also seeing this is coming at a cost. I'm wondering if this month is going to be a reassessment to kind of like what is our role in everything, because it really cannot continue with us taking a brunt of the situation. Here's the Seven of Sky, so that's pretty much what I'm talking about. Look, like maybe we have these like big hopes and big dreams. The kitty cat is what is this, Bengali kitty, looking at these like beautiful black birds, but while, you know, there is like this moment, and having a moment, there's like something basically taken away behind our back. So something that has been possibly really worked on patiently for many hours, days, years, so on and so forth, right? So is somebody kind of like claiming a benefit or satisfaction, or kind of like for something that we did? Or is it just like simply that, you know, we feel that we just cannot stop and smell the roses without somebody just brutally grabbing things that we really worked really hard for? Man. And it's a Three of Sky too. It's kind of like the disappointment that we have in others. I don't know. I really have to say that even though these two things are very negative cards, because look at this. Oh my goodness. I can see here, and where is my pencil? I prefer pencil because then I write all of them. I don't know, can you see the whole bunch of broken stuff over here that kind of like fell off because the kitty cat kind of like just bumped it off, just like this crystal is going to fall off and do it. It's just kind of like there is a wind of change, but the wind of change is not blowing right now. That's kind of like what I see here happening. So even though it's, as I said, kind of negative, I still feel that like Eckhart Tolle says, if we have accumulation of negative, if you have accumulation of bad things happening to us, pain and suffering, eventually you don't have even a room for one more drop, and it's just like you have to push it out. And that's when the enlightenment happens. That's when basically we need to sort things out. As a fixed sign, it's pretty much kind of like relating to kind of like building a structure of a sort. And there it is, cat magic. It's telling us, you know what, actually all the elements for everything that we need, and come on camera, come on, don't be blurry, all the elements are here. Cat magic, or the magician, kind of like showed up saying, we can build anything we want. It's a stage number 1. 7 and 3 is 10. 1 and 0 also number 1. And over here, this is almost like an ace when we have, oh no, sorry, Tom is a knight, pardon me, it's not, but we had a 10 of fire over here, right? So which kind of like, it looks like there is like this motion forward, even though I would say there's quite a bit of the planning stages still present. 5 of C, it kind of like talks about some embarrassment or disappointment, something that we are really ashamed of. Maybe we don't want to admit we can't carry kind of like all the weight of the issues of other people's problems, or be everything for everybody. This is clearly sometimes talking about sadness, profound sadness, that people are not seeing what we bring to the table, right? And there is another 10, 19, 1 and 9 is 10. As you can see, like, I mean, this cannot be coincidence anymore. Like, I mean, 1 and 1, 0 and 1 could be, but like there are like 4 or 5 of them right now. So the sun is pretty much what I was telling you. Who is in your inner circle? Look at that. Sun is like extremely powerful card, right? You probably know that I like the star the most in the entire deck, not because it represents Aquarius, but it represents hope. Without hope, I really don't think we can go anywhere, right? Hope is like so essential to everything that we do. And without hope, we also don't have energy to produce anything. The sun is that energy. The sun is that life-giving. It's also disinfectant on pretty much everything. What is really important here is like there is like sort of like a god. What kind of God do we worship? Is this God of money? Is this God of you know, like, I mean, morality? Like, in any case, whatever it is that is important to you, clearly this much that it's exalted in our lives, there's like inner circle of people who maybe agree with us. There are just some people who are on the edge. You don't know if they're in or out. There are some people relegated to the sidelines. There are some people who want to charm themselves, their way in. It's really important that also this is on the top. So it's like in the middle of our horizon, right? And it's really kind of like important that this is really happening. Keep in mind that we're also transiting currently Aries, and later in the month we'll be transiting Taurus. Taurus is also a fixed sign, and usually they build things in a different way that we do. Like, we sort of like deal in the realm of ideas and concepts, and Taurus more or less deals in the realm of, hey, I want this real estate and so on and so forth. Especially now that kind of like we have this Saturn and Jupiter moving out of Earth signs, it's going to be a massive fall down, I would say, of real estate and things that have a really tangible value. And I really think this is now kind of like last kind of like song, right, that is really happening. So it can get ugly if you really wish. And then we have Four of Fire. This is a really good card. This is like, I'm glad that these two cards are mirroring, because this is kind of like taking a step back. Four of Wands, Four of Fire, also indicates kind of like moving forward, moving a step forward, kind of like reaching that level where we feel, okay, now I can jump to the next stage, right? It's in between the stages kind of a thing, but it still signifies celebration. It still signifies something is going on. If you're dating somebody, for example, this means it's going to firm up even further, right? Or going the next direction. If you are kind of like planning to move, it's going to be a better place, or it can indicate a bigger purchase, a better job. There's like something that is going to feel permanent and good. Then we have Five of Fire in your own house. And oh my goodness, Alexa, stop. Oh, it worked. You didn't. Alexa, stop. Let's see. So Five of Fire, this means laundry pickup time. Five of Fire, and again, this also can be seen as a contrast over here. And it's interestingly that we have like this like 3, 4, 5 kind of like thing that we are dealing with. Five of Fire always talks about setting your own boundaries. It's kind of like not pushing people down, not shoving them down, which looks like it's somebody stepped on our toes really badly. This more or less talks about, look, you can accept people as they are. That doesn't mean they can come to your inner circle as kind of like shown here. So it's really important to see this distinction, right? But we are setting boundaries. I mean, me being an Aquarius as you are. And this is very important. And that's kind of like, and fours are always talking about building our own fort and our own kind of like defense kind of like system, and feeling that there is a strategy, that we kind of like are in control. In the environment, somebody can have a really good influence on us. We have this Fire Queen. It could be a woman, or it could be somebody who is just proposing, you know what, let's have fun, let's do something fun, right? It could be a fire sign, or it could be just somebody who is dynamic, who is kind of like taking us in a kind of like different direction. And this is really, really good. And it could be actually really a person who is pushing us out of our own, let's say, closed mindedness or closed attitude, and just showing us new horizons. So just take this, take this opportunity. That's going to be really, really important. Hopes and fears, we kind of like really hope there's going to be some kind of teamwork and that people will join together. Of course, this is a fear, and they're like two trees are now correlating together, that something is going to fall flat on a face and it's not going to go further. I feel, given that the sun is here, it really, lots of things here depend on us and on our own attitude, how we are going to propel ourselves forward. So don't go into much elaboration with people, just ask simple questions and move with the minuscule steps, whatever you need to do. Not kind of like present the entire concept, which is kind of like us, our air sign. Literally, okay, I would like, literally like break it down in little steps, and then just like I would like the step number 1 and just move that step. When it's moved, then you go 2 and 3, instead of like asking for everything kind of like to be authorized and signed. And that's kind of like going to start moving things forward. And there is another 10. No coincidences, guys. So the wheel, it's telling us we will be on the top of the world. And these 2 cards, 2 majors being on the top. And so check this out. So these are the majors that we have in this reading. 1, Cat Magic or the Magician. 19, 1 and 9 is 10. 1 and 0, 1. And then 10, 1 and 0, 1. This clearly tells me not only are we on the brink something new, something that we are leaving everything that we are fed up with, that people cross our boundaries, step on our kind of thing. Some people don't even like to hear the word boundary because it indicates, oh, I cannot crap on you, how dare you tell me that, right? So this is something good. The Wheel of Fortune coming upright is telling us you're on the right path. You carved your way through it, and it almost looks like it was a tiny little narrow passage that we managed to squeeze ourselves in, and you will be successful. So Aquarius, roll up your sleeves. The only thing that bothers me here, this is a stage 1. We need to get to the stage 4. We're kind of pushing on the next level, which means we actually need to get out of our head and kind of like start doing things. So get off your butt and start doing things, and you know that I love you. All the best. I'm going to pick up my laundry, and if you guys want a reading with me, check me out on my website tarot.ca. I have a live every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Instagram I put daily tarot, so make sure you check this out. Love you. All the best.